good raiders make me so horny. Okay guys, it's time to kick ass and chew some bubblegum.
Hey guys, this is Rock Lotus coming with another raid commentary from Myth Inc. from Eredar, and we are doing Sindragosa Normal 10. We'll be doing the achievement All You Can Eat, and as you can see, we are engaging Sindragosa now. We have the same raid group as always. We have the 2 tanks, Exiled and Sam Adams. We have 2 melee, Rock Lotus and Dark XLL. We have our 3 healers, Boda, Narcilis, and Waterlord, and we have our 2 DPS range, which is Hanasaku and Gothrain. And as you can see, nothing is different than achievement until you hit phase 3, so I'll just go over some of the quick things that we do here. We do split up into 2 groups, and we use that center line as placement to know where we stand. This also effectively helps in the phase 3 in terms of ice block placement. And other than that, we just DPS. The achievement is you do not want to get more than 5 stacks of the Mystic Buffet, so you definitely, everybody has to hide behind those ice blocks as much as possible. And here goes the air phase here, and we have our 2 ice blocks, X and Skull, going up to the front, and Deadly Boss mods conveniently marks them, so again, a very good mod to use. And then you also want to definitely make sure that you do not kill these ice blocks too fast. It's actually better not to whittle them down or even auto attack until maybe like the 2nd or 3rd frozen bomb. So other than that, everything's very simple. And then here in this upcoming ground phase, you'll see me pull the rogue vanishing trick, which is after the death grip, all you need to do is just vanish, and you can just stay in and keep meleeing the DPS. And you will not get hit by the explosion, which is the blistering cold. And yeah, other than that, just everything's remarkably the same. We do have our 2 tanks in full frost resist, and they gem accordingly to their stats that they need. Those tanking stats, I'm pretty sure your tanks should know them by heart. And epic gems never hurt either. And then you see me stacking up that 10, but I do pop Feint and I do Cloak of Shadows. Here was very worried, but I did explain that to him. And yeah, other than that, you just want to make sure. You definitely do not want to get those stacks up really high. And here's my vanish. Again, let me interrupt. And boom, didn't get hit by that AoE. But going back to my old comment, you do not want to get those stacks very high, especially in phase 3 with that Mystic Buffet, because that will always kill you. And then just to go over some of the stuff we do in phase 3, we also have the tanks taunting opposite sides of the boss, so we flip-flop that boss around every single time. That does help making sure that the tanks do not have Mystic Buffet over 5. This is due to ice block placement. You want to be very careful with that ice block placement. In phase 3, it's the only hurdles, the 2 biggest hurdles you will have is 1, making sure the tanks do not get more than 5 stacks of the Mystic Buffet, and 2, making sure your healers do not get 5 stacks of the Mystic Buffet, because you generally need to have 1 healer not behind an ice block just to make sure the tank does not die. We also use tank cooldowns, so that does help mitigate some of the factors. So yeah, and then this is the 2nd air phase, and then we're gonna engage. You can see me running up to DPS right away. She does not cleave within the first 5 seconds, so melee, it's relatively safe to do that. I've never gotten cleave before. And then other than that, yes, just everything is basically normal. Then just normal 10. It's just phase 3 that's difficult. We do have, since the boss is facing to our right, we do have our first off tank taunting from the left, which means we place that first ice block to the left, and we use this gray circle line you see up ahead as kind of a place to stand, because you really want those ice blocks as close to the tanks as possible, but you do not want to be too close where you get cleaved or tail swipe. So other than that, you do not want to DPS this down fast. You want to DPS this slow. As you can see, on these ice blocks, I just auto attack, and I don't even do any specials until I'm absolutely sure that the Mystic Buffet is off of me and the other people are off. So yep, and then we have our other tank hiding behind. We have the blistering cold there. This ice block does not block that AoE, so you have to be very careful. And yep, just taunt them back and forth, and you want to make sure that You want it as close as possible to that off tank, right to the left, and then you just alternate left and right, using that center line to make sure that other people do not get into that ice block. And then here you go again, just auto attacking. Another good hit for rogues is just, especially since there's almost no DPS time on this boss, you just put up a lot of ruptures, and hopefully that'll whittle the boss down enough. And you see one of our healers is out, and there generally one healer will alternate until their stacks are off. You can alternate these ice blocks. You don't have to go behind every single one, but again, the margin of error is so low if you do that just one person just getting more than 5 stacks of that buffet just means a wipe and you gotta call it. So it is very risky. Unless you're very pro, you can do it, then feel free. Other than that, it's just safer just to hide behind every single ice block. And then there you go, we got that death grip again, and we are just running. And you want to make sure that, especially the death grip, you can screw up your timing and hiding behind the ice blocks, which is generally why you want those ice blocks as close to the boss as possible, just so your tanks can intervene or just, speed boost out of there, and that will be fine. And then we're pushing it. I have 0 stacks, so you can see we just DPS the boss right away, because hey, we're gonna get it really soon. And there we go, there's our achievement. Again, this is Myth Inc. from Eredar, and hope this helps you guys out, and happy hunting.